Welcome to Peaceful Streaming. So I am back in the tech billionaire's house and millionaire, billionaire. Kind of hard to. I guess this isn't a billionaire's home. It'd be a lot bigger, but it's pretty big. Um, and so this is the kids' room, and so I found in the workshop these great kids' tents. Um, and so I was looking at themes. So there's candy and space. And I thought the candy one was kind of cool, but then the space one, I ran across um, some digital backgrounds on Etsy. So I bought a couple of them. And so I bought one that's space and one that's candy. I'm just making sure, yeah, the door is pretty much there. I really have much choice over that. Um, okay. So so let's look at them and see. Okay, so oh, gotta hit the gallery. There's another one that's just kind of generic, like kids stuff. So, which I might have gone with, except that I found these. Well, that's good. I think I almost yanked my microphone thing out. Except that I ran across these other ones and I thought they were really cool. So, um, let's see. I know I saw them. Like, I was just looking at them. Oh my gosh, seriously? I was literally just looking at these images. Where I know I'm blind. Okay, so here's the space one. So again, I'm not like the size is kind of hard to estimate. So there's that one. I might be able to fit. Nope, I can't. So let's see. I guess I'll just put up small versions of both of them, and and look at them. I mean, obviously the candy one would be pretty colorful, but I don't know. I'm wondering if the cool factor is with the space one. Um, okay, so here's the space one, and yep, just pulling the gallery up, slow as usual. Um, oh my god. Well, I do need to take the Photoshop files out of the folder, but I that actually is not making a huge difference, I don't think. Um, okay, candy. Please tell me I actually moved it in here. Yeah, yeah, I did because I worked on it and then I saved it in here. I made it a little lighter. Here it is, and a little more saturated. Okay, so obviously they would both be larger. Um, so this matches pretty well as like just a more subdued version, and um, this I think matches well. Well, it's theme. I mean, like color wise, no, it's not. But so then I was thinking about, well, then the other consideration is beds. Um, so well, yeah, so that's where we run into a little bit of a problem because the bed I was thinking of using were those ones that attach to the wall. However, um, I might be able to just get them really close and not actually put them right on the image. Um, and then we'd be fine. And also, I could put them in on the wall against the windows. So now we have these. Those are pretty cool. They're not as cool as the other one. Let me see. Okay, let's see. There it is. Um, so I guess the question is, will it even it'll probably let me balance it against a window. I could like put it on either end. That's the thing. I think. Halogen's probably getting in the way. Yeah, so I mean, I could put them up against the, like once I move the halogens or do something else, I could put them up against the wall. And I think that would be pretty cool with the space ones. Now, um, okay. As far as the candy one, I mean, let's see. Um, let's see. The plain bunk beds seem kind of blah. Um, and honestly, with a place this big, I'd rather the kids each had their own. So we have this, which could go in like American Elm, and then, well, okay, so it's light colors. I think we could probably also, I'm not sure if we could do dark. So then there could be something like that too. And if I wanted to do the candy one, I'm sure we could find colors that go with that. Well, okay, maybe I'm not sure. um, green, like maybe make it a little more colorful or something. Um, or yellow. So I could go either way. I think maybe also, you know what I also should think about is coordinating um, wallpaper, paint, whatever for the area that does not have it on there, does not have the picture on there. So that's the other thing. And also, obviously, the floor. Okay, so we do have dark. So we could do dark blue. So yeah, I mean, we have a few options. I don't think I'd use that with the candy one. Um, I have to say the space one's kind of grabbing me, even though the other colors are really more my thing. So let's see what we have as far as, I can't imagine that there's wallpaper. Oh, wait a minute. I'm wrong. There is wallpaper. Um, there's this wallpaper, which I actually used in the screening room. But how close are the colors? That's pretty close. Let's see. I don't think the candy one would be tough to find. I think we'd probably end up painting something. Hey Barry, I'm doing pretty well. How are you? A little tired because I was at work today for the first time in a while. Um. So actually, so this wall would be the one. Blah blah blah. So yeah, so I could do. I guess I'd probably do the white stars. Um. And the floor. Well, so then the floor. Well, the problem is we do have a carpet that matches that, but it's really small. Okay, caps lock. Um, where is it? Oh, oh, excuse me. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe the. Okay, so maybe this one actually has a bigger. Okay, so that would be awesome because then we could do, I don't know, we could do a wood floor. Okay, so I think I'm gonna go with the space one. And I was thinking I also then could do the bathroom the kid's bathroom in like a kind of futuristic theme, maybe. Again, you slept poorly again. That sucks. That really sucks. Okay. I'll pull up the gallery. I'm gonna put the picture up. Um, yeah, so I was thinking like maybe I could use the cyberpunk decor for the kids' bathroom. So I think that would be cool. Okay, let's see. Now I just have to figure out the size. Why do you think you slept poorly? Do you think you're like anxious about college or something without really realizing it? I mean, even stuff you're looking forward to can make you anxious. Okay, so it can be a lot bigger. Well, maybe not a lot bigger, but it can be bigger. I wish I could edit these wallpaper files and change the colors. Like maybe just to brighten it up. Okay, let's see. So let's try that. So I can go a tiny bit bigger, but not much. I just would prefer it covers like as much as possible. What would I do with a wall behind it? I don't think I'd want it immediately on without wallpaper. Um, I wonder if we have a color that's really similar to that. So that's 269. So I do like 274. Okay, so I think that's the best. Yeah, okay. So what do I do? I think I'm just gonna that's a good question. What am I gonna do? I guess I don't know. I guess the wallpaper is the best instead of just painting it. I don't know. I'm torn. Let's look at the colors. That's weird. Um, yeah, that generally doesn't happen until you're older. Although it did happen to my son. Well, he has sleep apnea. So, oh, this is probably a good one. That's probably pretty close, I think. Let's see. I think that's a good, yeah, I think that'll work really well. Now, it's too bad the wallpaper isn't a little lighter, but that's life. Uh, Excuse me. I think this Clarendon is like I'm waking up early before my alarm goes off and I'm awake. So that's a good thing, but I'm kind of tired, so it's not a good thing. Um, I hear my son sneezing. Now that his room is behind me instead of like behind me down the hall and behind like a at least one wall, then it's weird because I'm like closer to him. He said he already apologized because now we share a bedroom wall. Like our room is on the other side of his wall. It was like I apologize in advance if I. He said because sometimes I turn over and I knee the wall. So he's like I apologize in advance. I was like, well, it is what it is. It was good. So we we kind of sometimes are like ships that pass in on the night. So we have one person out of the four of us who's on vacation, and then um, we have. I guess the last thing I pulled up was the thing. I don't really like that line. I'm thinking maybe I should move the picture over so that it. Yeah, I think I should. Shoot. Can I just move it, or is it gonna? I should be able to just move it, right? Um, and then someone else, they were doing a recording of one of the faculty, and so she and my boss were in early. She left and went home to work on some audio stuff before I got there, and then he was like up in the studio. So it was just one of those things where we don't see each other very much, but I still got interaction with other people, which is important. So that definitely helps. And I just like getting out of the house. I really need to get out of the house instead of being home all day. So it definitely was nice. And the thing is, it's like I miss the camaraderie. We had like a great group in the job I was in, like when the pandemic started. And I miss that, but that doesn't actually exist anymore because they all are on like staggered schedules too. So like no one is, it's, I mean, even if I was still working in that department, which they asked me to come back when I was at my last job, and I was really tempted. I mean, I was really, really tempted. But it would have been like going backward. So I just didn't think it made sense. Um, so was I changing all these windows to white, or is that another place? I was changing them to white. Okay, so I'm going to change the windows to white. So yeah, it was good. It's a little frantic because I'm trying to get everything done before my vacation next week. But you know what? That's like literally impossible. So I'm gonna do the best I can. Let's see. Okay, so there's that. I think I need some more lighting overhead. So my job's administrative, so a lot of it is getting in touch with there's a fair amount of it with sending contracts and other stuff to speakers, not speakers exactly. They like sometimes we have live events, and then we also have we're recording on demand stuff. So some of it is um, sending contracts and other stuff to speakers. There's a lot of stuff because we are accredited, or we want to get our courses accredited so that the optometrists that take the courses then can get the credits for their license. So there's some hoops to jump through with paperwork and stuff. So I do that, and then I do a lot of other stuff like sending out certificates. I mean, it's just like there's just a whole lot of stuff that, of course, if you ask me, I'm like trying to remember it. But then there's a lot of it is staying on top of people. And because we're a team, like my last job, I did events, but I was like almost 100% of the whole thing. Ooh, it looks like I just lost my connection. Nope, just on my phone. Okay. Um, it was like 100%, almost 100%. Like the only people I did some kind of contact with it where we were was faculty who were going to be presenting, um, who were hosting these seminars. But this, because we're a team, like everyone has to know. Not everyone to some degree has to know where we are with stuff. So then a lot of it is also keeping stuff updated that shows, have we gotten this contract from this person? Have we gotten this CV from this person? Just a lot of different. There's just a lot of different moving parts. So yeah, it's definitely complicated. And then also when people register and stuff, like a couple people canceled, I have to cancel their registrations and then refund their money, stuff like that. So it's like the program is generates a decent amount of money, and not like stupendous, but decent. And so, but it's a lot of work for four people, because we have someone who does the AV and tech stuff for the School of Optometry. So then that also keeps her and my boss busy. So I think that's a nice one, maybe. Um, so yeah, so then there's a lot of stuff I'm generally not involved with that, um but it's complicated. It's a lot less complicated than it would have been for our fall stuff, because we were going to do it in person. And then because of all the stuff, um because of all the uncertainty with COVID, we 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 thought people, well, I'm not sure how much we wanted it, but so people, um so but like not enough people registered. I mean, people just like weren't interested, and people contacted us and were like, is this gonna be online? And we were like, no, because this is connected with the alumni reunion, so people really want to be here in person. And then people were like, yeah, no, I don't want to. I really don't want to be there in person, so let me know if you decide to have an online component. And it was just like, yeah, the people spoke. Like, people did not want people. It's just too convenient to do it online. To to stop doing that. So then we switched it to online, and then the registrations started pouring in. So yeah, it's really, so we had to like turn on a dime, and I had to send out all the contracts again. We renegotiated stuff. It's like there's constant changes. Like, we have something coming up in January, and we had that, like, um certain people were going to do 1 hour, a 1 hour lecture. It's actually 50 minutes. And then they decided that for some people, they wanted to do two lectures. So I had to resend out stuff. And now, because this one person who was going to come fly from Canada is no longer going to be here in person, then I have to redo his contract. And so there's just a lot of stuff like that. I mean, I enjoy it. I like, trying to decide. I don't know if that's really what I want. I don't know if I want that open there. So it's just like a lot of moving parts, and but I really like it because I don't like being bored, and doing a lot of different stuff all the time keeps me from being bored. So and I like taking care of the people who need some help with their registration or something like that. So that's fun. Um, But yeah, I mean, it's definitely the work for me. I mean, I really enjoy it. But now we can't put the other one. Can't put the other one against the wall on the other side because bathroom door's there. Okay. I think I think it should go over. I think it should go. I think I can put it over there. I hope it's not too big. Um, but I'm good at this because I'm detail oriented, and so it's a good fit for me. Um, I still need to get some systems in place, like to remind myself who needs to be contacted when, stuff like that. But those will come eventually. So I think I could put a desk. I think I could put a kid's desk under each of these. Um, this could go like here. We could have. Now, let me think about this. So, okay, so we don't want. We want to put desks under these. Yeah, that's. I think that's the. Well, okay. So I think what I should do is do the desk first, and then see how close I can get with that thing. It is a cool job. I mean, a lot of people wouldn't like it because a lot of people don't look like doing the logistics and the nitty gritty part. Like a lot of people would consider it boring, but I mean, um, I like doing that stuff and I'm good at it. So, um, and I like to help people. So it's a good job for me because, um, people, especially like someone needed their receipt for a thing we had in May. And a lot of people would be like, "Oh, that's so irritating. Why do we have to find this for them?" But I like doing that, and they're always really grateful, because like for instance, they probably needed it for their taxes or who knows what, or to get reimbursed. You know, I think I keep losing the connection on my phone. That's why I keep getting this. Yeah, it doesn't look like I'm losing the connection on my computer. Okay. Um. So let's see. So yeah, no, it's really good work for me. And my last job, there were multiple problems after my boss left. Her boss, and then the boss I had for much of the time, who was fantastic, and her boss was fantastic. The man is like a living teddy bear. Um, but um, I didn't have a lot of connection, and I wasn't in communication with a lot of people, so it was not good for me. Um, I I really did not thrive in that. Once, I mean, it was a little tough even before my boss left, and she went to a better job because they totally did not appreciate her. And so I guess I wanna, I guess just put it like that. I wonder if I have enough room for the light I usually put there, which is a great light. Which actually will make a difference, so I better figure that out. So yeah, this is like, not only can I go in, I mean, like I went in when I was in the job last year. I went in the summer to the office and no one was there. Like no one in our department. There were people like in the same area. Um, but like no one in our department. And so that really did not help with feeling disconnected. What does fit? That's great. Um, so yeah, that was that was problematic. But so this is different. I can go in. I people stop by. Um, so like uh, there's a guy who works down the hall in admissions. Always stops by and says hi. I'm going to be making some soap for him. Eucalyptus spearmint, I think. Is that backward? That is backward, isn't it? Yes. So it's more like it used to be when I was in chemistry. It's much more connection, both virtual and um, in person. I think these desks probably should be a little closer here. Yeah, that's better. Um, so yeah, it's good. I like the building. We're kind of crammed in, but like I said, we're rarely all there at the same time, so it's not a big deal. So there are four of us in a room that's not huge, but I mean, like I said, it's pretty rare that all four of us are there. So it's yeah, I like it, and they're all young people, so that's nice too. Um, they're really forward thinking, and I don't know, they're not just like a lot of people I've worked with are like just looking forward to their retirement because they're older, and these guys aren't, so they're not just kind of marking time until they retire. So that's also really good. Do we have chairs for this desk? That's tiny, isn't it? Like, it's like an office chair for toddlers. I'm just not sure why they have that. It doesn't go. Okay, so this must be. No, wait a minute. That doesn't. No, that one's tiny too. Those are for really little kids. So we don't actually have desk chairs. That's not helpful. But there are a lot of short chairs. So I should be able to find something. Um, Weird. That's really weird. No, what was that? So yeah, that desk is Mimi, and these are here are the tiny chairs. That's really strange. That's kind of an oversight. Yeah, let's give the kids a desk, but we're not going to give them any chairs that fit them. That's very strange. So this is something like that I maybe would have put in the candy one. So, yes and no. Well, I mean, to a great extent, yes. Um, there are a couple of things you have to consider. First of all, you have to have your doctor has to agree that an emotional support animal well it's well okay, so here's a question: are you talking about an emotional support animal or a service dog? Because an emotional support animal is pretty easy to get. The problem is that an emotional support animal doesn't have protections, legal protections. And so then you could be, oh, come on, seriously, this is not in wood. So then you could, there are a lot of places that would refuse to let your animal in. You have no protections anymore on planes because that was changed. So yeah, so it makes a difference, which one you're talking about. Huh. Does this come in white? Oh yeah, okay, it does come in white. I don't know. Should I make the floor lighter? Maybe I should. Maybe yeah. So yeah, so the thing is, there was a lot of abuse of emotional support animals. So animals that weren't trained, but also were not really trainable, like snakes and ostriches, and like the only animals that can be trained to be service animals are um, are miniature ponies and dogs. So I'm not sure actually if they still allow miniature ponies on airlines. To be honest, that might have gone by the wayside. Okay, so yeah, I think that's the right color. Um, but so so just as far as like a comfort, like literally an emotional support animal, it's the locations where you could use it are much more restricted than they were a couple of years ago. Um, it's easy to get one. It's just not easy to utilize one. Let's put it that way. Um, not as easy as it. Well, not as. It's just not as inclusive. Um, okay, so we need a wardrobe or a dresser or both. Let's put a wardrobe. Yeah. Okay. Well, I think I can put a wardrobe in the corner over there. Now, I mean, at the university that I'm at, I'm not sure if it's still the case, but a couple of years ago, there was a lot of latitude for students to have emotional support animals. Um, so I'm not sure. Chances are that's probably still the case. Um, but I don't know. I don't think there are any. Um, as far as I know, there are no legal protections for emotional support animals. Okay, so I think I'll do this here. Um, oh, maybe that's squeezing that in a little, isn't it? Uh, okay, so I think what I'll do is this will go over here, and then this will go here. Or wait a minute, maybe it should go here, and then, well, I can't put a mirror there. Well, I'm not going to be able to put a mirror anywhere here. And then they're kids. Why do they need mirrors? Yeah, I mean the question is, there are a couple of issues to think about. One is, would you be able to bring the animal? Um, would would the college support you having it in your dorm? Would the college Does the college support you having it in class? Um, and then, for instance, to like restaurants or stores around the college, would you be able to bring the animal with you? So, so that's really, what was I going to put there? Oh, the bookcase. So that's really what you need to consider, because you, like I said, you have no legal protections. And a service animal does have the legal protections, but you are talking about um, either spending a lot of money for an animal that's mostly trained, or um, training it yourself, which is a lot of work. So, so that's, yeah, I mean, that's the thing. You do have the option of training it yourself, but it's a lot of work. I want this to be white or American Elm. That's very white. So yeah, that's that's the thing. Like I do actually know someone. I have a friend whose daughter, they got they got an emotional they got a dog for her that was like, I'm just taking a guess, but generally for the amount of money that I think they probably paid, the dog was probably like 20% trained. So like really just the basics. Um, and so she was very committed um and did the training herself. Um, and actually then brought the dog with her to college. But of course, she also, because it was a service animal, then she they had no choice. I mean, like the dog had to be allowed in has to be allowed into public areas, and actually not. I'm trying to think. So there aren't a lot of private areas that the dog would not be allowed in because it is a federal law, at least here, in the U.S. So I remember when she was going back to school after the pandemic had kind of loosened up, and the school was kind of hemming and hawing about letting her bring the dog. She had had the dog through much of the pandemic and been training it, and the school is like hemming and hawing about whether she could bring it. And so she basically just said to them, I'm bringing him to school on Monday. So that's all there is to it, because here's this law, and this federal law, and so it is what it is, and I'm bringing my dog with me. So so I mean, a lot of it came down to that she knew her rights. The dog was trained. um the main problem with service animals is often other people, because if the service dog or service animal, it's mostly dogs, but is well trained, then they know when they're working, and they're quiet. They'll, like, for instance, in school, like the dog will just sit down, or lay down by the student's desk, and will generally ignore overtures from other people. um so uh just making sure, yeah, it's not just my phone. So it's other people are generally the problem. People, especially who don't tell their kids not to pet the emotional support or the service animal. Um, let's see what else. Oh, pencil case. Stuff like that. And sometimes people get huffy if someone won't let the kid pet their service animal, and um, just really, and then people who have animals that aren't trained then will cause problems where sometimes um, their pet will. I've heard of one case where pet their service dog was attacked by someone's pet, and um, I don't like this case, and was totally traumatized and had to be. I can't remember if the dog washed out or was able to be retrained finally. So, like I said, the problem generally is other people more than anything, assuming that the service dog is trained. So, yeah, which is a shame, but hey, what else is new? Um, so, let's see. That's like a bunch of stuff I haven't put in here yet. So yeah, I mean, um, I'm glad a lot of the information is getting out, because there are kids, especially, who would be really have their lives constrained without it. So, like my friend's daughter works at Disneyland, and of course, is able to bring her dog with her there. Um, so it's really interesting. We actually did an interview with her. Um, so we did that series of uh, videos about service animals, and so we did an interview with her, and which was really good, with her and her mom, my friend. So yeah, it was really interesting. Um, but yeah, I mean, it's really good that that. So I mean, the main thing is, like, if anyone's interested in getting a service animal, basically um your doctor has to agree that there is something that the service animal is trained for that will alleviate or help control or manage um, symptoms that you have, uh, and that you have not had, like, so in other words, it hasn't been or isn't able to be addressed by medication or therapy. So it there's a fairly high bar, which is fine, because as I said, we all already have problems with people who have untrained animals, and so, like, no one can ask you um for, like, a certificate showing your dog's trained or anything. They can ask you what the dog I can't remember exactly what the dog is trained to do, I believe. I'm trying to remember off the top of my head, which is generally not a good thing. Yeah, we did a few of them. So, but then this one was, I don't remember what we called it, but but they can't ask you what your condition is, as far as I remember. I'm pretty sure they can't. If they can, that's kind of appalling, but I don't think they can. And like I said, they can't ask you for, like, some kind of certificate. um, some people buy those vests that's, say that it's a service dog, but I mean, some people at this point don't bother, because they're sold online, and, like, almost anyone can, I mean, like, pretty much anyone can buy them. So in some ways they don't actually mean a lot at this point. Um, so, which is, you know, I mean, some people just buy them, assuming that someone will and probably will assume that this is a service animal, instead of just, like, an untrained animal who is not essentially qualified. But it is what it is, you know what I mean? It's just, some people are perfectly happy to just flout the rules. And apparently there were some really horrifying stories of untrained animals, and on flights, like, just attacking um attacking passengers, attacking other animals, all sorts of stuff. And, pooping. I mean, just poor flight attendants having to clean stuff up. And I think that's why the airlines finally were like, yeah, no, you know, the only service animals. So, as I said, this one story I've heard, and I'm sure that's not the only instance, obviously, where this person had this service animal that they either paid a lot of money for or spent a lot of time training, and that was it. I mean, the dog was washed out. I mean, you honestly, I feel, should be able to sue then the owner of the animal who attacked, if they had no right being in a public place, and obviously, you know, have an issue. But people abuse it all the time, so it's pretty sad. But people, a lot of times, the reason people use it on flights is because then they wouldn't have to pay extra, I think, for the animal. So a lot of it just came down to people being cheap too. I can't think of any good overhead lighting for this, but we don't have much wall space. So, oh, wait a minute. Okay, so this isn't fantastic lighting, but it definitely is appropriate. Okay, it's a little more yellow than I like, but um, let's see. Do we have, like, a nice poof or chair? Oh, wait a minute. There's actually some other stuff for kids. Let's see. Um, okay, so we definitely need these on the beds, or at least something. But I mean, it's even if for instance, someone who can't really afford $50,000 or whatever it is for a fully trained animal, it's really just spending time and energy and doing your research to have a service animal. And given how many people are like, it seems like there's a real, like, the number of people who are suffering from anxiety is really skyrocketing. Um, it's definitely something for people who have not who just haven't um, their medicine doesn't give them full relief. So so that's definitely an option. Um, hmm, Yellow doesn't really seem to go. The blue doesn't really seem to go either. Rats. I guess we have red. How is that the primary? How is that the primary color? I don't understand. Turquoise, no. Dark blue. That's not really dark blue. That's kind of. That doesn't really. Colors don't work. Yikes. The colors really don't work. Okay, so I'm gonna look for a poof or beanbag or whatever it is. Hopefully, there's something that is like in a non-nasty color. Um, the white's okay. It's not fantastic. Ooh, wait a minute. Armchair. Do we have small armchairs? We have little armchairs, or fairly little armchairs. I always look for stuff that's comfy. This isn't really big, is it? No. So we could do what does the blue look like? So the blue isn't really, it's kind of coordinating, but I think I'd be better off with white maybe. Not in the real world, but in this. Ooh, that's a bad color. Bad. That's that's not bad actually. For once. Or I could do orange. Let's see. Coffee. Okay, do we have bright? Yes. No, that's dark. We don't have okay, so I think I'm gonna go for the yellow. Although this is kind of cute. So, but I don't really like that orange. That's kind of the oval light colored. Yeah, I don't really like the orange. It's gonna be the same. It's gonna be the same for every single one. I wonder if by any chance this is light colored. That is nasty. So I guess this beige is either the beige or the green. I guess the beige. It's not bad. Um, let's put. Let's see. Do we have any prints? Yes some good prints from the workshop. These all may be too young. Oh, wait a minute. I know. Here we go. Kids Art Doodles. And let's see. Then we also have drawing. Let's see. Oh, so that's not. Let's see. No, that wasn't his art. Let's see. Art, draw, child. Was it child? No. I could put a dry ball pool. It's so weird. I don't know. It's a little plasticky. And I guess it's supposed to go outside, it looks like. Shoot. Like line. There it is. Line. Clothesline art. I'll put that. Can't put it there. I figured. Yes, so let's put that there. And then I figure I'll put some stars on the ceiling. I feel like we need some more like soft stuff. Like, well, we need a hamper. We need a clothes hamper. What do they call it? Clothing. Oh, I can spell. Oh my God, seriously? Okay. What is it? Laundry. That's what it is. It's laundry. Okay. Okay, so I like this one. Not very big. Ooh, and color doesn't look good next to that. Okay. So we'll do this one, I think. Not crazy about that either, but okay. I'm missing. Oh, wait a minute. There we go. Need some toys. I mean, even if they're a little old for them, they'd still be hanging around. Let's see. Oh, and I like the dinosaur too. Let's see. Is there any room for him? Possibly not. Well, we can put him up here. Can I put pillows up here? That would also be nice. Okay, yeah, I hope you can get some sleep. Yeah, you too. Have a good night. I'll have my fingers crossed that you can get to sleep. I love these. Someone made these forest animals. I think that's just so awesome. That's from the workshop, obviously. Okay. I don't think. Let's see. There's an owl plushie. Oh, I got distracted about the pillows. Can you go on there? No, you can't. Okay, wait a minute. So you move over here. You can go there. And then you can have just a pillow, right? Ooh, fox pillow. That's adorable. Okay, so we'll go with that. I just had a thought. And it left my brain. So I'm trying to... Okay. Shoot. I hate it when that happens. Oh, the stars, first of all. So that's accessories, kids. I think we should do... Let's do the ceiling stars first. Well, let's see. The paint is white. Blue? Yeah, I guess let's do blue. Oh, wow. Those are not big. Those are small. Let me just do this randomly. I could try to do like a constellation, but the only one I can remember is the Big Dipper. Okay. And then... Oh, shoot, what was that other thing? Okay, well, let's put a door on. I think doors would be good. Oh my gosh, what doors am I using in the rest of the place? Actually, I think I was kind of like, yeah, I'm put doors here, but I'm not sure if I'm going to keep them. I think I put like one door up, didn't I? Okay, so I'm using the... I think those are the new doors, I'm pretty sure. The ones we got with pets, I'm fairly sure. So, yeah, okay, interior door. American elm. I think. Yeah, I guess. Let's just go with that. That looks really dark, the metal, so I think I'm going to go with white. I like that better. I mean, even then, it doesn't look really light, so. Okay. I really want some cushy stuff for them to sit on. Well, let's look at poofs again, I guess. What are these? They don't have dark blue. They have light blue. Cream, red. That's very dark. Blue. Red is no good. How's the orange look? Coffee. Do we have orange? Oh, that's not nice. Coffee's almost better. Do we have a yellow? Brown coffee. Beige. Beige isn't very nice looking. Blue. Light blue. Let's do the light blue maybe. Yeah. So, let's see. Yeah, let's put one over here. And over here. I mean, I guess the room has enough in it. I don't like things to look too, like, what's the word I'm looking for? Just sterile. But I don't want to overdo it either. So, yeah, I guess that's it. yeah. So I think that's it. I wish we had more kids stuff, but we don't. So yeah, so I think I'm gonna take a break and then I think I'm gonna do this. And like I said, so this won't really go. Um, I think what I'm gonna do is use um mostly the cyber stuff and try to make a really cool bathroom for them, like a space themed bathroom. I'm gonna give it a shot. Not sure how much we have that will convey that feeling, but I will definitely give it a shot. So yeah, I just want to say thank you to everyone who's been watching, um, and either live or the VOD. Really, really appreciate it. I hope you're all doing well and taking care of yourselves. And I will see you soon. Bye bye.